Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand, my heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand, my heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand, my heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go. Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Dr. Susie Shadle. I welcome you to Unity of Sarasota, where something wonderful is always happening, not only right here, but exactly right where you are. And so I'm very pleased to welcome you to join us via the internet on our live broadcast on our website, also on Facebook Live. We're coming to the completion of our renovation of the sanctuary, so the sound is getting better on Facebook Live, but it's not quite there yet. If you're on Facebook Live, I'd still advise that you shift over to the website, unityofsarasota.org, and just click on the Sunday service, and the sound will be really great. And in a few more weeks, it's going to be really great on Facebook Live again, better than ever. And so I just want to welcome you to this spiritual journey that we are taking, and we invite you to take your spiritual journey side by side with us. Let's walk this path together and arrive at a place of absolute joy as individuals and collectively as community and as humanity. Unity of Sarasota is a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives. We are an inclusive spiritual community that embraces empowering and life-affirming practical spirituality for richer living right here and right now. And we join with our unity movement worldwide in creating a world that works for all. Excuse me one moment. I'm going to make the world work a little bit better for me by getting, there's either a spider web or my hair has turned into a spider web. Sorry about that, but I was being driven crazy. You know, it's live. It's not perfect. Sorry. Okay, so that all of us can have fun watching Reverend Susie kind of go crazy, please let your friends know on social media about Unity of Sarasota so they can watch me be goofy as well. Please click love and like and share and all the clicks that you can do, and then your friends and the people you care about can join us online for this live service on Sunday mornings, and also on Wednesday evenings for our music and inspiration service at 7 p.m. on Wednesday evenings. That's a wonderful little oasis in the middle of the week. Just want to let you know, too, go to our website, unityofsarasota.org, and there you can actually subscribe to our newsletter. And both of those places will tell you all of the interactive, and I do mean interactive, not just interacting with the host, but interacting with each other. We have all kinds of interactive small group activities. We've got people are exercising, doing yoga and Tai Chi, and doing some classes and doing small groups. There are all kinds of opportunities available to you. So please do go and look at those and see what resonates with you, and join in and stay connected during this time that we're not meeting in person. I did mention the renovation, and I do want to just give you a quick little update. We actually have completed the lighting and electrical. We have completed the painting. Just this Friday, the carpeting installation was complete, and now we are simply awaiting our brand new super duper comfortable and gorgeous chairs, which should be here in 2 to 3 weeks. And then this place is just really, it feels so warm and welcoming and soothing and light and love. It's just fabulous, and it blends with the nature that is all around us that we look at through these windows. So
I wish you could see it. It makes you want to dance. It's really wonderful.
Really wonderful. And do know that I'm going to be in touch with someone to do a video virtual tour so that you can experience it in that way. And then I'm in prayer. I am in prayer that we will be able to, in some way, shape, or form, celebrate the holidays together. I can't guarantee it because we don't know exactly what will happen in terms of safety. But if there's any way, it is certainly in my prayers and a lot of other folks that we get to, in some way, shape, or form, be together for the holidays. And it may be in very, very small numbers and lots of services. So anyway, stay tuned for that. I also want to put this out there to you. We are wanting to honor all of and memorialize all of the members of Unity of Sarasota who have transitioned from this life. So if you're aware of some of those folks, if you could get in touch with us, we want to honor them by creating a tree of life in the fellowship hall. And we also have a memorial plaque out by the Labyrinth that we would like to invite friends and family to memorialize their loved ones there as well. Peg Beck is the chair of our ambassadors and also the vice president of our board. And so we ask that you get in touch with Peg. And if you look at the newsletter, you'll see the contact information there rather than try to remember it right now. And if all else fails, just call us here at the church and we will make sure to get the information from you. We appreciate that. We want to honor those who have gone before us. And also, if you go to the website and or the newsletter, there are lots of easy peasy, wonderful ways that you can continue to support this community with your financial giving. Lots of actually very easy ways to do it, and we do appreciate your heartfelt and very conscious giving to this spiritual community so we can continue to support as well. And we make it really, really easy. If you're on the website, just below where you're watching, there is a giving button. All you have to do is click that and that'll take you where you need to go to make that gift possible, and we appreciate it. And we appreciate your gifts, whether they be a prayer or a blessing or actual financial giving. We appreciate that so much because we are a spiritual community and we're in this together and creating and unfolding together. So I appreciate that. So, tithes and offerings. Speaking of that, I'm going to do mine right now. And just know that we live in an abundant universe. In spite of appearances in the human condition or the human experience, the reality is that we live in a spiritual universe, an abundant universe with a generous Father, Mother, God Spirit. And so we know that all that comes to us comes from the source. It comes to us, it moves through us, and back out again, strengthened to do yet greater good. And for all of the giving that comes to, through, and back out from each one of us, all of us, and the one of us, I am eternally grateful. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen. Okay, let's move into prayer. We want to do that prayer from the very center of our being, from that most authentic place within us, that place where Spirit resides within and overflows all around. And so to facilitate us moving to the very center of who we are, take a nice deep breath in together. Hold the space, and then fully release that breath. And remember consciously to breathe in deeply and exhale fully, knowing that Father, Mother, God, Spirit is as close as your next breath. Be in the divine flow and circulation of the breath of God, knowing that as we breathe in inspiration, the in-breath of Spirit. And as we breathe out the very living expression of Spirit in, through, and as us. And so remaining in that divine flow and circulation, we allow Father, Mother, God, Spirit to breathe us. And so we find ourselves at the center of our being, reminded of who we are truly in light, in love, in spirit, and in truth. That each one of us is a unique and individualized expression of the one. Out of the one, many, and the many remain as one in the unity of all life and all creation. No separation, no distance, no apartness. We are one, interconnected, now and always. And for this realization of the truth of who we are and our willingness to live in, through, and as that truth in every moment of our lives, I am eternally grateful. And so it is, and together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen. So our daily word today, it's a good one, love. Daily word is love. And our affirmation is, I open my heart in love. I open my heart in love. Say that with me. I open my heart in love. I express the love I feel in my heart by showing my affection and giving nurturing attention. I speak loving, positive words and let those I care about know how much they mean to me. As my words affirm their goodness, beauty, and intelligence, I watch those qualities bloom like flowers blessed by sunshine. I extend my arms and embrace my family and friends with the warmth and comfort of unconditional love. I support my loved ones with compassion and care on their journey through life. I share my wisdom as I teach, my experience as I advise, and my understanding as I console. I pray for those I love, knowing that the Christ within them is the light that guides them everywhere they go and in everything they do. I am grateful for my role in my loved ones' lives. And our scripture comes from 1 John 3:18. Little children, let us love, not in word or speech, but in truth and action. For those of you who know our statement of being by heart, or you have this little cheat sheet at home with you, I invite you to recite our statement of being with me. Otherwise, just sit back and absorb it. Absorb it into every fiber of your being. There's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, who is perfect life, perfect intelligence, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. You are an individualized expression of God. We are individualized expressions of God.
Now my hands do your work. Now my lips speak your truth. Now my life is the image of your love, Spirit. Spirit in me. Now my voice sings your song. Now my heart is at peace. Now my soul is the laughter of a child, Spirit. Spirit in me. So it is, and so it is, so it is. Now my hands do your word. Now my lips speak your truth. Now my life is the image of your love, Spirit. Spirit in me. Now my voice sings your song. Now my heart is at peace. Now my soul is the laughter of a child, Spirit. Spirit in me. Spirit in me. Spirit in me. Spirit in
Thank you, Phil Lieber. Yeah, my little tiny crew. Yes, you can applaud. You know, I have to say, I never experienced Spirit more alive in me than when I have the opportunity to play music. That's when I know that I am the instrument through which Spirit breathes through the instrument I play. And I know with absolute certainty my oneness with God. As a child, when I first started playing the flute, that's when I knew for sure that God was real. You know, I suspected it as a tiny kid, and I thought that God was my playmate. You know, all my friends had imaginary playmates. God was mine, and I was pretty sure it wasn't imaginary. And when I began to play the flute, I could feel the presence of God moving through me, and then I knew for sure. So I think all of us have some kind of place, some kind of thing where we feel that resonance. And so whatever that is for you, it might be playing a sport, it might be sewing something, it might be planting seeds and nurturing a crop. Whatever it is for you, nurture that, because it is that thing, that anchor that always brings you home. So nurture that. Anyway, that's not exactly what my talk is about today, I don't think. Well, who knows, whatever. I want to start as usual, even though I just started. I want to start as usual with our community core value affirmation. Today, that affirmation is, we align with Christ consciousness. We are one with the one infinite, eternal Creator. You know, the power of suggestion is a mighty, mighty creative force. Power of suggestion. And so I want to suggest that core value one more time. We align with Christ consciousness. We are one with the one infinite, eternal Creator. The power of suggestion is a mighty creative force. And so that was the suggestion I want to plant in your mind, in your soul, our oneness in Christ consciousness with the eternal Creator. But the question is, you know, with the power of suggestion, we are bombarded by suggestions constantly from all directions, from all kinds of people and things and situations. We're bombarded with suggestions that sometimes take root in our minds and our souls. And those suggestions can become a mighty creative force in our lives. But there's an important question here. The important question is, does that suggestion put us in sort of a hypnotic trance that imprisons us, or does it awaken us to a possibility that's powerful and empowering? You know, sometimes it seems that we get trapped in old, tired conversations about who we are. Sometimes we trap ourselves, and sometimes others attempt to trap us, and we let them. Sometimes we collude with them in trapping us in reduced, limited expressions of who we are. But the reality is that we can only be trapped by false beliefs that we take on. And often those false beliefs, those erroneous suggestions, arise out of the barest of suggestions or opinions from outside of ourselves. And we take it on and we solidify it into a belief, and then we act upon it, and we act as though that is who we are. And we need not be a prisoner of that suggestion or opinion, walled in and limited by those suggestions that become beliefs in our minds. We don't need to be imprisoned by them. However, don't underestimate the power of our beliefs. But more importantly, don't underestimate the power that we have to change those beliefs, to release those that no longer serve or maybe never did, and to embrace those that move us in the direction of our most authentic being. We can change our beliefs, and in changing our beliefs, we change the experience of our lives. But it requires that we be conscious. It requires that we really listen. Am I taking on the suggestions and opinions of others? Am I sabotaging myself with erroneous suggestions and opinions that aren't really true or real for me? Charles Fillmore, our founder, taught, belief is an inner acceptance of an idea as true. Belief functions both consciously and subconsciously. Many false individual and race beliefs are very active below the conscious level. To erase these hidden error beliefs, a comprehensive program of denial is necessary. What did they say in Star Trek? Shields up. You know, we've got to put the shields up to bounce those erroneous opinions and suggestions that do not serve our greater good, to bounce those away from us, to not let them penetrate. A program of denial. I deny that this is who I am, and I embrace who I truly am. If we don't, we run the risk of being hypnotized by those unconscious false beliefs. Those artificial suggestions then become accepted and solidify into beliefs that really unfold in the experience of our lives. Because the experience of our lives arises out of our beliefs, our own, and if we take on other people's, it'll arise out of the beliefs that they suggest that we believe. I said we were bombarded by all of this, these suggestions and opinions and the shoulds and the woulds and the couldas and the whatevers. We've got news headlines coming at us from every direction. They're on your phone, they're on your computer, they're everywhere you turn, news headlines. Teachers, well-meaning, but sometimes not right on target. Parents, also well-meaning in many cases, most cases, but maybe they didn't have such a great parenting experience and they're passing that on. Sometimes from the pulpit. You better check what you hear from here too, folks. Make sure it rings true for you. I'm not infallible. I am, in the human level of experience, in the human condition, not perfect. Spiritually, I am complete, perfect, and whole, as are all of us. In the human level, guess what? I make mistakes. I do my best to tell the truth from the pulpit. And sometimes some sneaky suggestion that I've latched onto might be shared. So it's always a good idea to check in with yourself, with your inner authority, which is Father, Mother, God, Spirit in you. The other bombardments we get, the internet, the texts, the Twitters. Tweets? No, it's not Twitters, the tweets from Twitter, right? You know, we're bombarded. We need to be mindful and conscious before taking all of those suggestions on and planting them in our minds and souls. You know, suggestions are, they're a flicker of a future that is only made true by our belief in them. When we believe the suggestions and act upon them, we make them true in our lives. We make them expressed in our lives. You know, someone makes a suggestion, we affirm it, we take action on it, then we confirm it, and then we solidify it into a belief, and voila, creation happens out of that original suggestion, positive or negative, we're not sure, unless we assess it. Belief in limits are the limits. When we believe we can't, we're not enough, we don't have enough, we can't get enough, when we believe in those limits, those are the limits. They set up walls in our mind to hold things in, hold things back, and to keep things out. You know, when you build a wall, you not only keep out what you're afraid of, you keep in who you are. And those limiting beliefs build walls in our minds. Our lives and our world around us is a reflection of what we believe, positive or negative. It's a reflection of what we believe. We create with our beliefs. You know, we're all part of a family or a community, society, the world. And the way we become a part of those groups is by accepting the agreed upon suggestions as truth. We agree with the agreed upon suggestions or norms as truth. You know, when we're kids, and you can watch this in your grandchildren or little children that you know. Kids come from pure spirit. They haven't been taught yet. They haven't learned yet that they're anything other than pure spirit. There was a time we knew that. There was a time we believed that. There was a time we acted from that. Pure spirit. And then, as we grew up, we began to embrace the human condition, the human experience, and to accept societal suggestions and norms in order to fit in. Most of us did, anyway. We learned to be limited and afraid, to rely on our five senses for truth. And our five senses only have limited perspective. We became hypnotized. We become hypnotized by limiting beliefs, and we forget who we truly are, that each one of us is an expression of the divine, pure spirit. We forget who we truly are. We believe that we're mere mortals, and we forget that we are pure spirit. Kids just remember it. We don't lose it, it's still there. We are still pure spirit. But we allow ourselves to get hypnotized with past conditioning by all of those entities, the parents, the culture, the society, the school, the church, the whoever. We forget that we're always at choice to accept the suggestions or not. And much of the time we accept them because we want and choose to go along to get along. We forget that we have an inner authority, which is spirit, which is the one we should be listening to, rather than the outer authority, which is the news channel or the government or the whoever, the school teacher, the minister, the whoever, the doctor. We look at authority figures as the be-all, end-all. Always check in with your inner authority as well. You know, when I was younger, some folks who know me well will find this difficult to believe, but when I was younger, I actually did follow all the rules and touch all the bases because I wanted to be successful and I wanted to fit in. I didn't really want to stand out in a crowd because then I might actually get noticed. And then I might be noticed making a mistake and looking bad. And so I followed all the rules. I touched all the bases. Until long about the last part of my senior year of high school and moving on into college, because I had a teacher who changed my life my senior year of high school, who taught me how to think, how to touch base with that inner authority to see if something really rings true for me, or do I just accept the suggestion and solidify it into belief and create from that. And instead, I began to learn to think for myself and to feel the resonance or the lack of resonance within my soul. And it's something that I still have to work at today, because all too often I will take other people's opinions and suggestions, particularly about me, and I will take them on, I'll believe every bit of it, and decide that I'm really not worthy. That I'm really just one big mistake. Until I go back into checking in with my inner authority, Father, Mother, God, Spirit within and all around me, being in spiritual practice and oneness and relationship with God, who reminds me, you are my child. You are my creation. You are complete, perfect, and whole. And I forgive your human frailties because I see the Spirit in you. And so I remind myself, I am a magnificent creation of the one God. I am one with the eternal Creator. And the more I remind myself of who I am, the more I will express from that belief and from that spirit, rather than my diminished humanity. Fear, doubt, limitation have no power over me, no power over you, no power over anyone or anything if we choose to change our beliefs and align them with the truth that is spirit within and all around us. Belief is the power of our own mind to create our experience of reality in alignment with the truth of God, not the circumstances of the human condition. Quantum physicists call it the observer effect, our ability to create, because the universe is made of unformed energy. That's the unformed substance. Unformed energy, that's the God stuff. And it takes form by our interaction with it through our thought, suggestions, intentions, prayer, affirmations. It's just, I'll date myself now. You know those lava lamps that go bloop, 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 bloop? I have one in my office. I probably shouldn't have said that because that really dates me. Lava lamp, bloop, bloop, bloop. That's the stuff, the unformed stuff, just sort of bloop, 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 available for us to interact with and move into the shape of the experience that we are desiring to express and experience in our own lives. Our very interaction with it changes the universe. We collapse that wave of infinite possibility into a particular experience in our lives. Each interaction is a suggestion or an intention that opens us up to the possibilities that are available in that unformed God stuff that the universe is made of. But we must be conscious because it'll shape itself positively or negatively based on how we interact with it, what we put into it. Our lives evolve from the choices and the decisions that we make based on the suggestions that we accept and believe. The law of attraction is an example. What we hold in our thoughts and we visualize in our mind's eye and feel in our soul shows up in our life experience. It's kind of a form of auto-suggestion, if you will. Positive or negative, it depends on us. Depends on what we put into it. Where are we coming from? We always get where we're coming from. We don't always get what we want, but we always get where we're coming from. You know, I can say that I want abundance, but if I have a poverty consciousness, all the abundance in the world can come to me and I'll find a way to lose it. Our life experiences reflect whatever suggestions we accept and believe. They put us either into the negativity of a hypnotic trance or into the awakened consciousness of possibility. And the good news is we can dehypnotize ourselves if we do get hypnotized from time to time by dropping those negative suggestions that are not the truth of our being and affirming the positive suggestions, intentions, and affirmations. Affirm, first of all and most of all, affirm that spirit is who we are and deny all else. Those are the denials Charles Fillmore was talking about. Deny all that is not true, all that does not lift us into the expanded beingness that we are, that does not lift us into the authentic beingness, the spirit that we are. The reality is we are not trapped in those old conversations or old ideas about who we are. We are free to create and to be the fullness of our authentic being, the fullness of our spirit. That great philosopher and twin of mine, Reverend Dr. Susie Shadle, said this. And personally, I think it's pretty good. This is a pretty good one. Suggestions given to us through culture and our upbringing and unconsciously accepted by us have shaped our lives. Left unexamined, we allow these suggestions to put our lives on autopilot and continue to run us. Once we examine these accepted suggestions, we can distinguish what is really true for ourselves and discover how to live a more authentic and meaningful life. We can discover how to take our life off autopilot, consciously pilot our way through life's turbulence with ease, create a flight plan for well-being, and discover the ageless truths that give our souls wings. I got a little applause back there. You know, sometimes I can't find exactly the quote that I want, so I write my own. And it's always a little unnerving to me to quote myself. But that's a pretty good one. I should read that occasionally. It might keep me off of autopilot, right? Our inner state of being is absolutely critical that we stay in touch with it, because our inner state of being creates our outer experience. And so we must have a now kind of relationship with that inner state of being. Be in good standing with that inner state of being. Don't lose touch with that inner state of being. Make course corrections if needed to get in alignment with truth and with spirit. You know, ask ourselves constantly, who have I come here to be? And who am I choosing to be right now in this moment? Am I being that which I'm called to, that which I was born to be? We create our experiences through these suggestions and intentions that we accept and believe in our lives. We weed some of those suggestions, those are the denials, and we nourish some of those suggestions, those are the affirmations. We reject and release the negative. We embrace and embody the positive suggestions, intentions, affirmations. Because the truth is, at one with the eternal Creator, I can choose to change my life whenever I choose to whatever I choose. I can choose to be in that uncreative hypnotic trance, or I can choose to be in the creative possibility of the mystery of life. We become and experience what we constantly suggest to ourselves. You know, that self-talk, it's pretty important. You might want to pay attention to it. I might like to pay attention to it, because some of that self-talk needs to be let go. Consider yourself your best friend and ask yourself if some of the things you're saying in your head, or even saying out loud, even when you think you're by yourself, or even when you're not by yourself, ask yourself, is that the best friend that I know and love? Be that best friend that you know and love. Be who you've come here to be. And in order to do that, we must awaken from that hypnotic trance and embrace Spirit's possibilities. You know, we probably can't be on this earth long enough to get involved in all the possibilities that are in front of us. We have to choose, and choose wisely. And that's best done in alignment and co-creation with Father, Mother, God, Spirit. That inner guidance system. It's God. Good, orderly direction. That inner guidance system. Embrace capital R real, capital L life of the I am presence of Spirit within and all around you. Embrace what is real, not what is transitory, what we see with or apprehend with our five senses, but rather see through the eyes of God, hear with the ears of God, be the presence of God. Real life is eternal. Real life is eternal. Just like any energy, it is not created nor destroyed, but it changes form. All of life, all of energy, not created or destroyed, but changes form. And we're part of that intricate balance of the shift in form. The infinite wave of possibility, we collapse it into a particular experience. Our interaction with it changes the form of the energy into the experience we're seeking to have. And we do that best from our authentic beingness, when we are living clearly in oneness with Spirit. Our authentic being is real, and it is the life of Father, Mother, God, Spirit living itself in, through, and as us. And that truth is always within us. But you know what? We have to turn within, pay attention, and listen. 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 Listen with the ears of God. And so I'd like to spend just a few minutes practicing some affirmative declarations of truth. And so I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and just absorb these. Don't worry about remembering anything. Don't worry about repeating it. Just listen to my voice as I recite these affirmative declarations of truth. And they will be in the newsletter and hopefully in the blog on our website in the next day or two. Okay? I will get them out there to you so that you can have them and you can print them out and you can practice these affirmative declarations of truth yourself. Great reminders to be in alignment with Father, Mother, God, Spirit, and truth, to be authentically who we are. And so close your eyes or soft focus. Everything that happens in, around, and through me ultimately works for the good of all concerned. Everything that happens in, around, and through me ultimately works for the good of all concerned. Breathe that in, hold it, and exhale. Everything that happens in, around, and through me ultimately works for the good of all concerned. People are as kind to me as I am to them. People are as kind to me as I am to them. Breathe that in. Hold it. And exhale fully. People are as kind to me as I am to them. Synchronicity leads me to others who bring lessons for me to learn and for whom I have lessons to give as well. Synchronicity leads me to others who bring lessons for me to learn and for whom I have lessons to give as well. Breathe that in. Hold. And exhale. Synchronicity leads me to others who bring lessons for me to learn and for whom I have lessons to give as well. I do not lack whatever I need to become the person I choose to be. I do not lack whatever I need to become the person I choose to be. Breathe that in. Hold. Exhale. I do not lack whatever I need to become the person I choose to be. I remember that I created my experience of life and that I can change and improve it by my own intention whenever I choose. I remember that I created my experience of life and that I can change and improve it by my own intention whenever I choose. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. I remember that I created my experience of life and that I can change and improve it by my own intention whenever I choose. My clear, conscious intentions shift my experience of life through my alignment with spirit and affirmative prayer. My clear, conscious intentions shift my experience of life through my alignment with spirit and affirmative prayer. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. My clear, conscious intentions shift my experience of life through my alignment with spirit and affirmative prayer. Answers to every question or challenge come to me with clarity from within, sometimes quickly and unexpectedly. Answers to every question or challenge come to me with clarity from within, sometimes quickly and unexpectedly. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Answers to every question or challenge come to me with clarity from within, sometimes quickly and unexpectedly. I am a perfect expression of perfect life here and now. I am a perfect expression of perfect life here and now. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. I am a perfect expression of perfect life here and now. Every day, I am learning more of my true nature and of the power I've been given to powerfully express my authentic being. Every day, I am learning more of my true nature and of the power I've been given to powerfully express my authentic being. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Every day, I am learning more of my true nature and of the power I've been given to powerfully express my authentic being. I am blessed on my journey and deeply grateful for the inner guidance of my highest self, spirit within. I am blessed on my journey and deeply grateful for the inner guidance of my highest self, spirit within. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. I am blessed on my journey and deeply grateful for the inner guidance of my highest self, spirit within. Continue breathing in deeply and exhaling fully, and gently bring yourself and your awareness back to this time and space. Know that these affirmations will be available to you in the newsletter and on the website under the blog, so that you can practice these. Maybe just practice one a day or one a week. Have one handy when you know that some challenges are coming forward. Be in the truth of your highest being. And blessings on your journey of taking your life off autopilot. Begin by reevaluating those unexamined beliefs and being willing to release as needed. Embrace and embody alignment with the truth of spirit within. And so it is, and together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen. If you know this Eddie Watkins song, I would invite you to sing along with us.
As I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love. Blow, Spirit, blow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love. Blow, Spirit, blow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love. Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
Thank you, Phil. Eddie Watkins Jr. song. Love that. I do want to remind you once again of our Wednesday evening service, 7 p.m. music and inspiration. This week, our theme is Pray for Others, and the music will be Lane Silver and myself. So please join us. It's a really wonderful little oasis in the middle of the week, a little spiritual spa. So please join us for that. We appreciate you being with us and joining your energy with ours this morning, and we look forward to seeing you Wednesday evening and having you back again next Sunday at 10:30. So let's do our prayer for protection, and then we will end with the peace song, okay? So the light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. Family all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Blessings on your journey this week, and we look forward to seeing you again next week or Wednesday night.
Namaste.
Namaste. Well, Phil. Susie play something because they can't get the video to turn on.
All right, let's play something in C.
See? What are you playing?